Team set. Ready.
This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Florida Gators. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, Florida has been through the gauntlet with coaches lately, trying to find some stability. They have a new opportunity here with a young up-and-coming coach in John Summerall. He has been a proven winner at all of the stops. Now he has an opportunity to turn the Gators around and bring them back to relevance in the SEC. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Florida Gators offense will start this game off with the football. And here comes Aaron Philo, a portal addition from Georgia Tech. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out.
Left on 2 man.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And that's not the start they wanted to draw up, man. Like trying to get some breathing room, coming out of your own end zone. Defense more than ready, playing aggressive, breaking on the route, and now setting their offense up inside the 10-yard line and a chance to strike first in this football game.
Entering play call, coach formation. There are 12 categories. You have 5
and the sudden
options.
change magnified for this defense as it's first and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
15 options,
and the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
2 to 4, cover 2 man.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, they're trying to go toss on this play, but defense just wins at the point of attack. They're able to defeat the blocks and get the ball carrier down behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Going left, Fluff Bothwell. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Makes the grab. It's Cotton. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Taylor wants to throw it. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Here's a give to Bothwell. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the catch. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. The Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it with Bothwell. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Still some work to do here on third and goal from the 3. Taylor wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll send out the kicker here. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Entering play. Nickel. 3, 2, cover 6. Left X 2 man.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Entering play call 2 to 4 load. There are 4 category 2. Hot blitz 3. Cover 1. Cover 3 cloud.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running inside. It's Pryor. And he's dragged down.
Entering
and man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
Coach suggestions.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that
categories.
3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
He's got it. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Taylor wants to throw it. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Finds the tight end. He's brought down to the 49. That is well short of the first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. There he goes. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter.
Entering play call, tight, nickel, 3-2, cover 3 match. Left X 2 man.
So first down here as they go back to work. This time he wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout.
Entering paused screen, you have 7 options.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays, I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. And how quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
Holds and fires complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Left on 2 man.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. Past the 50, the 40, at the 20. Takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed, and he takes it back for a long touchdown.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
They'll try to add
There are
another
8
to their lead.
categories. You have 15 options. Cat attempt is selected.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
Entering play
That
call.
is a
You have
defensive
5
player's
options.
dream.
Kickoff
Ball
left is
sitting there,
selected.
chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. No shot to return that one as he
Entering
boomed it out of the back of the end zone.
2 to 4. Cover 3 Skype.
The
left.
Gators sending
Enter
the
left.
offense back to work.
Left
They
X
really
21.
need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Gets the back moving. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Brown. He's brought
Entering
down
play
quickly.
clock,
Minimal
number
gain
29.
there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Might have a chance. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Handoff for Ball. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Play call 2 to 4 low. Barrier for cat. Prevent 3 dot 2 3 2. Cover 3 cloud.
After that sack, the O-line better get its act cleaned up. 3rd down coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. The Gators will send out the punt unit. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Running right, it's Bothwell. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
Play call, trap.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Taylor wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nice.
There's a crease. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Right back to the well. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. He'll pull it on the read. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They'll run it with Bothwell. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Entering play call, coach
now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
You have 15 options. To select.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Cover 1.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Wants to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete to Wilson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it.
Texas 4-man.
So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call.
Yes.
He wants to throw it. Under fire. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
He's got an open man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Gators want to crank the tempo.
Cover 3 does match selected.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Gators will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback.
Favorites. There are 8 categories. Play, run, trap, there are 12. Wham, inside zone.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that Bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Arkansas taking on the #1 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Razorbacks with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the SEC. Now over to your game inside the Swamp. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the Swamp.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
Entering play call. Coach
lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
You have 15 options. Pat attempt is selected.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Cover 4.
What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
The Gators head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team. Somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Ball again. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Here's a give to ball. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
2 to 4 load.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
For categories,
the Gators look to keep this drive humming.
Cloud is selected.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Entering play
Could not make his way to the corner.
3-2.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling to catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
To the air on second down. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs.
We have 21 options. Tempo is selected.
And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10.
Pass.
He'll take it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Cover 3 doesn't catch.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Cover flex. There are 2 categories. Cover 3 match.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right. And then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. Good, right down the boulevard. Officials are stopping the clock as there is still a Mississippi State player down on the field. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel.
4-2. Return left is selected.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Entering play call, trap. There are 12 categories.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll start on the ground with Bluff Bothwell. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again, who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Throwing right. It's caught downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
The Bulldogs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
LB3 team gains. Left on 2 men.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
The Gators will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt.
Inside cross.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Bluff Bothwell again. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
Got a little grass. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Always great to build momentum with an early season victory. Let's take a look at what's in store coming up next week. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one.
Jet drive.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Taylor wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Concept, trap,
man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They'll run it with Bothwell. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to fire. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty.
Categories, you have 18 options. Cover 2 minutes. Left on 2 men.
The snap sets up to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
2 to 4 load.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 category. Personnel, 2 to 4 load mug, 2 to 4 load. Left X 2 man.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive.
Concept. There are 8 categories. Select coaching. Pause. You have 6 off. Defense. Pass sub backup. Entering. Mass sub backups pop up this way. Confirm.
They had a good plan, but it did not work.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football.
Here's a little room there.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Bluff Bothwell again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
From the red zone, it's Wilson. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Cover 3 Sky.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Made the play on the pick. Was hoping to make one on the return. They'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Mississippi State sideline. This offense has been a big storyline here today. We did not expect them to be so proficient against one of the top defenses in the country, but here we are. A big blowout. They have the ball and the lead. Coaches keep talking to the players about finishing strong. We'll see if they're able to keep up that momentum here today and get the upset. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He gets it into the red zone, but not quite to the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 18, and it's 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Oh, he missed it. No good. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for this kicker, and I'll tell you this, he can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Cover 3 Sky. Left X 2-man.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And who knows, maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.
Stats. Entering. Player stats. Player stats. Teamuth. Mississippi Street. Rushing. Team MSST. Team MSST. Team MSST. Receiving. Team MSST. Team MSST. Team MSST. Team MSST. Defensive. Tackles for loss 2. Tackles for loss 2. Tackles for loss 2. QB's Hex 3.0. QB's Hex 1. QB interception 0. Interceptions. QB's Hex 0.0. Enter. Return to hub. Entering weekly advanced summary screen. Entering Dynasty Hub screen actions. Entering conference win screen. CF coach abilities. Entering coach architect tactician is entering coach is selected. Is selected. Is selected. Is selected. Entering coach abilities screen. You have 10